Welcome back to Never Enough Novels. For the first time ever, I am letting my TBR jar pick my October reads. I just recently created my first TBR jar and I am so excited to use it to see which books I'm going to pick out this month. I'm a mood reader, so it's always hard to choose what I'm in the mood to read next, so I'm hoping that this will help. And my plan for today is to pick out 3 books based on the prompts that I pull out of this TBR jar to read during the month of October. If you also have a TBR jar and you're looking for more reading prompts, I'm going to post a link down below to a blog post that I wrote that has 50 reading prompts that you can include in your own TBR jar. I scoured the internet and came up with some clever ideas myself so that you have a ton of options to choose from whenever you're making your own TBR jar. In my jar, I have about 30 prompts. So like I said, this is my first month doing it, so all of them are still in here. So I'm excited to see which ones I'm going to pull out today. And next to me, I have my TBR cart. So I spent some time going through all of my shelves and my books stacked in random places throughout my house to figure out which books I am most excited or desperately need to read next. Some of them are advanced review copies that I have from publishers. Some of them are just books that I've had forever that I haven't gotten to. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to pick 3 today that I'm absolutely going to read during the month of October. With that, let's pull out my first prompt. Also, you can tell I chose to pick like colored paper for writing the prompts on just because I thought it looked cool. But I'm thinking maybe one day I'll get like a sticker or some sort of decal that I can put on to like jazz this up a little bit. I'll put a few links down below to the ones that I found on Etsy if you want to do the same thing. Okay, let's pull one out. All right, my first reading prompt is a book with food or drink on the cover. Oh, I was so excited when I put this one in there because I love to eat and drink. So I cannot wait to pick a book that might also relate to the same thing. Okay, so this is kind of a hard one to do right off the bat because I can't see all the covers right here. This one caught my eye because it has a cupcake on the cover, so that would definitely count. This is The Game Changer by Alana Ferguson. I first found out about this author through her book The Nanny, which was like this really spicy like nanny and the dad that she's working for romance that was just phenomenal. So this one is a hockey romance, which I've been very excited to read as well. I actually got this book off of Pango Books, which if you haven't checked out, I highly recommend. It's a great app for buying and selling books. They're really cheap usually, and the people on there like take really good care of their books, which is awesome because it's just like fellow readers getting together to swap books basically. Okay, so that'll be my first option. Let's see if there's anything else on here. I feel like maybe one of my Christmas books. Oh, this is a good one. All right, so this one has a girl drinking a latte, probably. This is a Christmas book. I feel like you can always count on those to have some sort of food or drink on the cover. It's called I'll Be Gone for Christmas, and I got this from Avon, so a huge thanks to them for sending this my way. It's described as the holiday swap, basically, so 2 individuals swap like apartments or houses for just the holiday season, and they kind of get to know like the friends and family nearby, and then there's 2 individual love stories. It's got queer representation, so this is high on my list, so I'm going to add this to my pile as an option as well. I don't know if there's anything else that has food on the cover as I'm kind of going through and looking here. Oh wait, oh my gosh, 2 on the end, very easy. Rosaline Palmer Takes the Cake and The Coincidence of Coconut Cake. These are both older books that have been on my shelves for a while, but I'm also really excited to read. They're both directly about like baking, so obviously that's why they have cakes. Yeah, this one actually does have a few on the cover. Those can technically be added to the pile. This is a tough decision because I feel like I should read I'll Be Gone for Christmas because I got that from a publisher and it's coming out soon. But these are also like older books that I need an excuse to read as well. Wow, this is harder than I thought it would be to actually like make a decision. So I feel like my mood reader is coming out in me right now. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pick this one. I'm gonna pick The Coincidence of Coconut Cake. Go a little rogue here. I don't think this book is probably like 10 years old. Yeah, it came out in 2015, but I've heard such good things about it. I don't even entirely know what this one is about. I just heard really good things, and obviously I like any book that has cake in the title. Let's see, mix 2 complete strangers with a chance run-in, add a shared passion for all things culinary, top with 1 big case of mistaken identity, and relish the irresistible delights of The Coincidence of Coconut Cake. So I'm going to pick this one, go old school with a backlist book, and we'll see how this one is for October. All right, so let's pick out prompt number 2. That's a purple one. All right, this one says, A book over 400 pages. Okay, yikes. That's going to be a little tough. Let's see which ones look long. I feel like most of these books are on the shorter side. Helena Hunting, Pucked. Oh, no, that one's 350. The Serpent of Wings and Night is definitely a longer book. Okay, yeah, this one's like 450 pages. This is another book that I know I'm going to adore, so I'm kind of waiting until I get a chance to like focus on it, because I think once I start, I'm not going to be able to put it down. That's The Serpent of Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. It's the first book in a fantasy series about vampires, and I've recommended it to a lot of people based on, like, if you like Fourth Wing or ACOTAR, then this is another good book to go to next. Based on how much I've heard from other people who absolutely love it. So I feel like it's time to actually read this one myself. So this could be a good option for a book over 400 pages. I don't know if I even have another book that's that long. Oh, okay, this one is too. Oh, this one is literally 402 pages long, so it just fits it. It's called Most Wonderful by Georgia Clark. She's also another one who also always includes like queer representation in her books, which is awesome to see for a holiday romance. So again, this one is coming out in, I think, October, on sale October 15th. So it's one of those Christmas romances that I'm looking to read this season. Maybe since I already picked a backlist book for my last pick, I'm thinking that I'm going to choose this one for my October book for something that's over 400 pages, just because I know I need to get to it soon. Ooh, there's a little bit of a deadline there. And who doesn't want more holiday romances in their life, right? So let's do pick number 3. We'll go with the green one this time. Okay, a book set somewhere you would like to visit. Oh man, that could probably be almost any of the books on my list, because I love to travel and I'm always interested in seeing new places. Oh, this could be an interesting option. So One Night Can Change Everything. This is set in London. I've already been to London once, but I would absolutely love to go back. It's basically about 2, I think, teens who work a summer job at a Tower of London and kind of like fall for each other while they're there, but it's like an enemies to lovers romance, and it sounds really cute. So that's a good option, set in London. The Queen's Game by Catherine McGee is another option here. Whoa, oh, my books are falling over. So this one is set in Europe. So the author of the beloved American Royals series turns her eye toward Europe to a tale largely forgotten by history, a story of drama, heartbreak, and breathtaking romance. So in the last glittering decade of empires, courts, and kings, 3 young women are on a collision course with history. So Queen Victoria's granddaughter, daughter of the exiled King of France, and May of Teck, who is determined to marry a prince and a future king. So it says the story that sweeps from the glittering ballrooms of St. Petersburg to the wilds of Scotland. So I adored the American Royals series by Catherine McGee, and I was super excited to hear that she was coming out with another like royal related book. I didn't realize that this was actually based on like real events that happened in history, and that it was like a historical fiction book. You would never guess that from the cover. It just looks so fresh and cute. But it sounds really intriguing, and I love those time periods in history. Plus, obviously set in like St. Petersburg in Scotland. Talk about bucket list places to visit. This book is a top contender for that option. This, I don't know if this one would technically count, but like Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. I just picked this up at a bookstore, and it covers a lot of the old tales of like Odin and Thor and Loki. And it's one of those books that I've been meaning to read forever, but just haven't gotten around to. So I might throw this into the pile as well as an option. So out of these 3, Norse Mythology, A Queen's Game, or One Night Can Change Everything, I think I'm going to pick A Queen's Game, or just Queen's Game. There we go. So this is another book that's coming out in the fall. It's actually, I think, on sale. Oh, maybe it's early November. I'm not sure, but coming out soon. So this is one of those books that I need to get to read anyway, so this will be perfect to give me a little push in the right direction. But it sounds really intriguing based on the description and the fact that it's kind of like historical fiction, but based on 3 real women, and how they interacted with the royals at the time. So I'm gonna pick this one as my third option for October. All right, so that gives me 3 books based on my lovely TBR jar that I'm going to read this month. As a reminder, here are the 3. I feel like I have a good variety here with something that's a Christmas romance, a book about baking that's a backlist book, and another upcoming book that I'm excited to read by one of my all-time favorite authors. Let me know if you think I should have chosen any of the other options down in the comments, or also let me know what your October TBR books are. I'm going to be doing this every month now to see what my TBR jar has in store for me. So hit like on this video and subscribe to my channel so that you will see all these videos in the future.